Alright, so I've started the broadcast.
Right.
Hello everybody and welcome to Austin, Texas for round 2 of the Stuttgart Racing Academy F1 2021 series. As we just got ready for qualifying, it's just about to get underway. We've got plenty share of drivers trying to fight for the pole and see where they start on the grid.
Yes, we have. If I'm gonna look again, if I'm right, we have 10 or 9 drivers today, and we are today at the second race of the season with in total 13 races. The next one is United Kingdom, of course, same time, same date, but in a week. So if you want to see that in a United Kingdom race already, subscribe to the channel. But we're going into the qualifying with 20 minutes in total, and after that we're going into the race. It's a very nice circuit, a lot of overtake places, probably a lot of crashes like past week. Midnight can know that. We had a lot of crashes. So we brought the safety car in, and if I'm being honest, that will probably be needed today, because every driver crashes a lot in this league, like a lot. Yeah.
I definitely
We're
think
just
we'll
being
see a lot
fair.
of trouble today at quite a tricky track, especially in turn 1, lap 1. A very tight hairpin. One of the hardest tracks on the schedule, in my opinion. I've actually never driven here, but I can see definitely, just looking at the track map, you can tell that it's going to be quite exciting. It's going to get quite dicey for round number 2. As we actually do not have our, we don't have our points leader here with us today. So a lot of people are going to be fighting to try and take that points lead away, as he will not be participating today.
Yeah, his brake just exploded basically.
Also quite funny, we already on one out lap have one spin out. So in the race this will be very hard to be consistent. If already on a out lap, a small out lap where you drive pretty slowly and gain your battery, that you already spin. But I'm excited for this race. 32 laps, 20 minutes of qualifying. 32 laps it doesn't sound that much, but with a safety car,
it's gonna be 32 laps of people fighting it out. And yeah, as you mentioned, actually someone just spinning in the background, right there. That's even resolving the Alpine. It's gonna be 32 laps, but it could be some laps that are a lot longer if we do have a safety car, which I do think we're gonna have today.
indeed, probably like last week in the first corner of the race, already 2 or 3 drivers crashed each other, which was kind of funny. But you know, if that every time happens today, it will be a safety car simulator. And then the broadcaster Midnight, shout out to him, will have the most laps leaded.
Yeah.
And it's kinda, you know, weird. Maybe a little bit weird.
We hope to not have a situation where the safety car ends up leading the most laps.
But probably the safety car will crash too, if I'm being honest. I don't
You can't
trust
escape the chaos at
Midnight.
Austin.
I think the driver...
It's Christopher Bowes with first time on the board. It is a 136. And Alex Cochrane with 37.6.
Yes.
Christopher Bowes in the sector 1 of the second lap. About a 10.5 down. But it's still exciting as we still got most drivers on their out lap or their first lap.
Screen a bit black. So I will go into the server because my Wi-Fi isn't the best, so I hope it doesn't fall off today. And if you
Myro?
We can't hear you.
I think it fell off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a qualifying.
race.
Right here, Byron.
Sorry.
Alright, so we got trouble for Marco Fina in the FRD number 23 machine. May have had a little bit of an off. As Marco's got it back going now. But it's still Christopher Bowes with a 36.85. He's got the provisional pole. But as we've seen many times. Oh, that's a spin for Alex Cochrane. Seemed to not be on a terrible lap. Still holds second place provisionally. But as we've seen many times in this series that it could change at a moment. It can change in a blink.
If you don't know, it's a weird thing. In this league, we have in total 3 drivers that are called Alex. So it's a little hard to commentate on that. Wow. One of the Alexes, if I'm not wrong, goes off track and goes a little bit wide. But fortunately for him, it's his outlap, so he doesn't got any damage and he can go fully on his second lap, because he's going a bit slowly. That's why he's on his outlap, and in a minute when he's finally back at the start finish, he will send his battery and he will drain all his ERS that he
has. And the 33 go off. I think he might have tagged another car. I don't know. I don't believe so though. Well, else, quite scary. Probably moved off. Having quite enough. Be right on board right now with cover off. Starting his lap. Should be right on board. Review of the Circuit of the Americas. Big dive, that's the brutal turn 1 that I think we're going to see a lot of trouble at today.
Yeah. This lap is so long, like this circuit. If you count, like, his lap is right now 3 minutes. It's probably his out lap. It doesn't look like it, but you know, 3 minutes, 32 laps. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think
It's
it
quite
actually
long.
is I think it's an issue with the timing, because we've seen the pole be
Probably.
around a minute 36. Oh, he's
Yeah,
just on a
I'm
lock
seeing
up.
right oh no.
I believe it
seeing,
might
I
have
know, anyway.
invalidated the lap.
I'm
Sector
seeing
1 about
right,
half a second off.
I'm seeing right now Christophe Boos on right now, not on the softest tires, which is quite surprising.
That
It's
is quite
right
surprising.
now on pole with a 1:36.851, and second place is 0.8 away from him. So a big amount of difference between those two. I don't know if Christophe is gonna dominate, because he's now again got the purple on his
Yeah,
new
he's
out.
again gone purple by
not out lap,
about
fast
2
lap.
tenths. Yeah.
Already
That was
half a
scuffle,
second
just
almost
not being able to get
in
there.
front of his PB. He can make so hard now. We are. Who are we watching right now? Maybe like don't stream the Discord. We're going to the man in pole right now, Christopher Boos. Right now, 0.2 seconds, 0.4 second actually in front of his PB, while he is already almost a second in front of the second place. But the second sector, he missed something. He missed. He didn't really miss a corner, but he gone very slow. So he got a purple in the first second, but the orange.
I think he's gonna go
red
purple. He
actually-
does go purple.
He goes, and now he's 0.929 ahead of second place actually. So it feels like he's
Dominant
a
quality.
favorite to win.
He
Or
looks like
he
he's
has the
fa-
best setup.
He might have the best equipment in the field, but it's going to be about the long run and the strategy here. As he looks to be the favorite on pace, almost nearly a second faster than second place. I think we're definitely going to see some dominance, but you never know. Turn 1 could be a pivotal moment in the beginning of the race. Oh, just as we say that, he's had a spin. He may be the
Hopefully
favorite
not
to win on the one lap
fast
pace, so
lap.
it's going to be about who can conquer the Circuit of the Americas today, and I think he may be in the best equipment.
Yes, because here on Assetto Corsa, your setup makes all the difference. Like on Spa, it can make 3 seconds of a difference between a no setup and a good setup.
Yeah.
But 3 seconds, that's a lot.
That's a huge difference.
You can immediately dominate the full race with that. So if you take your time, because it's quite easy to make a setup if you have like a paper for it, but otherwise it's quite hard. And
It
if
is
you
quite
have a
hard.
paper for it, you take like 2 hours, 1.5 hours to make it, you can immediately just dominate the race or even the league. But
I think it is. I think it's a lot about what car these teams bring, and certain teams having different strengths at different tracks and building the setup and building their car. But I think Christophe Boos just bringing the absolute rocket ship of a car as he looks to enter the pits now.
It's also about dominating, you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
qualifying, if you're the fastest, but you crash every lap in the race because you're too stressed, then it's just over for you. Stress
and we did
is
see a spin
something
from him.
very
We've seen-
important.
Yeah, and I think we've seen a couple spins in quite a few spins in free practice. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this track challenges all these drivers in consistency, not just being as quick as they can, but keeping the car in one piece.
That's quite hard, because we have 65%, if I'm not wrong, damage. We have 100% fuel rate and 100% tire wear. So not a lot of damage, but actually a lot of damage. It doesn't sound like a lot of damage, but if you brake while you have your throttle in, you brake your engine and your engine might break mid-race and then you're done. You can't do anything about it. That's so annoying. I can say that. It's so annoying. And if you're not trained on that, then it's not as easy to learn it. It's a hard...
It's tricky to keep the engine in one piece. I can say, only having blown the engine in a Mazda in the LFM leagues, it's definitely quite upsetting, especially when you don't see it coming. Definitely have to be smart with the way you drive the car in qualifying, because you can be quite aggressive with the downshifts, but over time, if you keep being too aggressive with the motor, it's quite sensitive to the downshifts and the transmission can blow.
And already, it's only 6 minutes left in qualifying. Time goes fast. I don't know why, but time goes fast, and Alex Cochrane gets an immediately purple out of nowhere. Small purple, but good purple.
It's good. So purple in sector 1.
That gives motivation.
By about 700ths. And so it's teammates, it's the 1 and 2 for the Griffin Gaming team. They've brought the fastest car, I believe, to Austin, Texas, as they're 1-2 in qualifying. It's a big gap. It's about 2/10. And I think it's not about it's not 2/10 to P2. He's just gone 2/10 slower in sector 2. Not the best middle sector. Let's see what he can do.
At the moment, I'm looking at the weather podcast. I'm sorry, for the race, and if I look right, it will be cold in the race. It will be like 20 degrees, but there isn't any chance of rain, like 0%. But for next race, it might actually be like full hard rain, and then it's almost impossible to race. We don't stop racing, but crashes. Safety car.
We see our pole sitter, our provisional pole sitter, Christoph Bose, now go out for another outlap. Well, let's
let's
go down visit our middle of the field, as we'll run you through as we see a spin from Mozugi.
That ruined his outlap.
Equipment in the 77, but in 5th is Francesco Fina, and in 7th we have the 38 of Martin Dezoy in that beautiful Skoda racing machine. In 8th is Ivan Rizov in the number 14. Diego Santos currently taking the 9th spot, and Gianmarco Fina, I actually don't know how to say that, in the 2nd FRD racing machine. It is hard. Jensen Button, I'm questioning the validity of that name, but we're gonna go with it. In the number 22 in the AlphaTauri. Fina actually now going 11th, and that's it. Christoph Bose. I don't think Christoph Bose is going to go any faster than he already has in his qualifying run so far. But
quite hard.
It's quite hard, yeah, because when you've got such a fast car and you've put in an optimal lap on the right tires and on the right fuel. I think, actually, I'm going to make a prediction here.
At the moment, Alex,
I think I'm going to say that I think the compound that he's on, which is a little bit harder, the C3s, are faster because they don't overheat throughout the lap. Because the downside of running a super soft tire, even in qualifying when it's only about a lap, is that they can very easily overheat, and especially with a long lap, and quite a brutal lap, quite a twisty track this one is in Austin. I think that the tires can overheat.
That is also true, but at the moment I see in second place, Alex Cochrane. You said how I needed to pronounce it, but I got it wrong probably again. Is quite catching up. He's now 0.589 seconds behind. But you know, we don't have much time left, so he needs to go for it immediately now, because the man in front, Christoph Boos, is again on his fast lap and is faster than his PB already. So if he goes faster now, if Christoph goes faster now, it's just impossible again for Cochrane in second place. While we have in total right now 9 drivers, and the last place, the man in last place is Thiago Santos, and his PB is 143. So quite a time behind, if I'm being honest. But maybe strategy will be better than the other drivers, and then he wins. Who knows?
Yeah,
racing
maybe.
isn't only about racing. It's also
I think it's a lot about the strategy. I think one of the things you have to learn here is that you always have to expect the unexpected. Even with a car that's been 6 seconds back in qualifying, still has a shot. I think everyone's in it, especially with how aggressive you could be and how smart you can be in turn 1.
Yeah, you can be aggressive, but if you're too aggressive, you need to find the line, the consistency line, because the difference between qualifying and race is hard.
It
As
is.
qualifying, you're almost off track always. You're you're
Always
doing
pushing
your
the
best.
limit
You're
of the car.
going the fastest. Always, but in the race you don't, because 32 laps, you don't want to crash. It's better to have a slower consistency than fast and crash.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely think in qualifying there, you've got to be constantly pushing the car. But in the race, you've got 32 laps, you've got to be smart, you've got to make it to the end. I think the winner today is just, they're going to win it at the checkered flag. They're not going to win it. I think they're going to win it over because of how smart they were and how consistent they were throughout the race. And how good their strategy was and how fast their car was throughout the run. I don't think it's going to be just who could put the fastest lap in one lap. But actually, Alex Cochrane now goes a 10th. Now goes a 10th faster. So I think a little bit up on the delta. It's all going to come down to his last sector here. He's got his teammate behind him, I believe.
Yeah,
He does. Christoph Boos, Alex Cochrane now on a fast lap. It's going to be his last chance if he wants to make a run. He's got to go 3/10 faster in the last sector. Does he do it? He does. He does.
Oh,
Alex
wow.
Cochrane takes it from his teammate. I called it at the last moment by 3/10 of a second.
I
Christoph
didn't
Boos
expect that.
must be left shocked
He's
right
so
now.
much ahead. So much.
3/10 faster. The Griffin Gaming as Christoph Boos comes up, sees his teammate who's just taken the pole
Respect.
of round number 2.
Respect.
We thought it was going to be Christoph Boos. That is absolutely incredible stuff.
Respect.
Seeing Alex
This
Cochrane at
is
the last
like
lap taking
teamwork.
pole.
And P3, you see the difference between P1, P2 and P3. P3
It is
is almost 2
huge.
seconds behind P2.
That is...
P1 and P2 are just driving in their own league.
They are
just
absolutely
all
flying.
along.
I think the Griffin Gaming machines are just absolute rocket ships today.
Yeah, I think it too. It's crazy.
I think they truly have brought the fastest car. So if we do have a break, do we have a break mid qualifying to a race?
I don't think so. We don't. So we introduce them
So
after
no
the race.
injuries.
Immediately race.
Injuries.
More exciting, you know.
Yeah.
And you can even see here at the pit lane that there are details about the Formula 1 drivers, like Pierre Gasly, for example, that you saw, but now I don't anymore. With this Assetto Corsa mods, you can do a lot. You see, Assetto Corsa is an old game, but you can find so many mods for it, so many free mods that makes it 10 times, even 100 times more fun to drive.
It is.
And
I truly agree.
make leaks in it. You can do so many things. It's just freedom. It's like the internet,
It's like the
but
internet, yeah.
better. better.
100%. I don't think I could have put it any better than that. I think we've just witnessed one. That is just absolutely shocking. On the last lap, he took that last chance that he had. He had an opportunity and he absolutely made the most of it. He's now sitting on the front row. He was on the front row. He's starting first. The 14 and the 13, 1-2. Really great draw from Alex Cochrane to put in a 36.185. And he's now on the pole. It's going to be quite exciting as we get underway soon.
10 drivers, one extra driver than a couple minutes before, which means extra racing, extra crashes, extra fun, extra joy, extra I don't know anymore. But after the race, the most important thing, most fun thing in my opinions are the interviews. We're gonna do interviews with the top 3 every race, immediately after the race ended. So we can hear the insights of what they thought in the race, how it felt, maybe they crashed and all the things, the strategy, how they practiced. It's to be honest the most fun thing ever. You can learn so many things from it, and stay tuned for that. Stay in the live stream for that.
Yeah, it's about a minute.
If you're watching
seconds.
this, maybe post. Oh.
Sorry, yeah, we've got a minute and 15 seconds now to the 32-lap race. Quite excited, and I think we're going to see an absolutely exciting race today. The Griffin Gaming cars, I think they're absolute spaceships. They're driving in their own world, but it's going to be quite interesting in the mid-pack, as I think it's going to get super dicey.
Yeah, I know from last week that all the drivers in the mid-pack are pretty evenly paced. Like my friend and teammate from IndyCar, Alex, I don't know his Nemix, Ayuzov is also one of his nicknames. He's driving with me. Last week he was, I think, ended up in 5th, but he was driving pretty alone because everyone was behind him. But most of the pack was really crash onto each other, like all the time, all the time in DRS. Not always a DRS train, because everyone crashed a lot. Like every second someone crashed. Like every second of 11 drivers. It was a crazy event and chaotic because we hadn't a safety car and someone won by strategy. So it's possible. It's possible to only win by a strategy. And it was. And if you want to watch the live stream back, just do it. It is on the YouTube, and in the description now we can see. You can join the Discord if you want. We have the links to the commentators, me, and sorry I forgot your name, Arturo. So if you want to check us out in or even support us in any way possible, you can check that out. Click the links in the description of the YouTube live stream. And we're still waiting for the lights to finally go off. But you know, in Assetto Corsa it takes a lot of time between qualifying and racing. But it's a nice time for...
It's about a minute and 20 seconds of the race. Anything you think we got to get out of the way before any storylines? I don't think there are. I think it's going to be a very exciting race.
Because it's still the start of the league actually, so we don't know the drivers good enough to have really storylines, but after a couple of races we obviously do, and then the races will be better, of course. Like story times are sometimes just better than the racing itself, to be honest.
Yeah, sometimes the stories really make everything more exciting in a racing world.
Yep, after a few penalties, race is going to be cleaner, 100%.
We've got 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, and now 30 seconds to the start of the race, to the start of round 2. Austin, Texas. Don't go anywhere, as the lights are about to go on and they're about to go off. I think it's
after 20 minutes of qualifying,
after
track is quite optimum.
We've had free practice. The lights go on now.
finally. And I don't see it going off, but
There they are,
yes,
5
3,
lights
4,
on.
5, 6, and we'll start racing
Lights go
right
out.
now.
We're off. A great start from Alex Cochrane, our pole sitter. Immediate block down to the inside. Let's take a look at turn 1. We've immediately got trouble. That's Alex Kofarov in the Red Bull Racing Honda. Big
Real
shunt.
penalty.
That was absolutely huge. We've
Real
seen
penalty
Christoph
isn't
Bose
gonna be
take
happy.
that number 1 spot back from his teammate, the Griffin Gaming Machines. Absolute rocket ships in qualifying, now fighting. But it's not over yet. We've got Manos Manzanians in the Mercedes, in the 77.
Yeah.
He's looking to take advantage of these two fighting ahead.
For sure. I don't know what happened all in the first corners.
That was
Alex
absolutely
Cochrane
chaotic.
going
Let's take a
very,
look at the
very
back.
wide. He probably would have
Oh, big
gotten from
moves in
real
the mid-back.
penalty.
Multiple drivers running out wide. That's Desord. That's Martin Desord, who takes 2 positions at once. Amazing move. Alex Cochrane. These 2 teammates are fighting side by side. Big dive to the inside. Switch back from Christopher Bose. Great move by the German. Britt right behind him. As we see the Mercedes fighting with the FRD machine, the 85 and the 77. He's got pressure from behind. His FRD
And
nearly
the back
runs into the
too.
back of him. It's right on board with Alex Cochrane. Started on the pole. They've had an exciting fight with his teammate. I think we've had
In the
just an
back too, like-
absolutely amazing and exciting race start as I say that. That's Gianmarco Fina, who's now gone off. That's unfortunate for the number 23.
Spin.
Big spin. That's not going to be good. DRS now enabled.
Now it will be interesting.
Oh,
Now
it's gonna
that
get
the
dicey.
DRS train will be formed finally.
So we've got a
Now the
side-by-side battle
real
in
fighting
turn
will
1.
begin.
The AlphaTauri. Just
A little
barely
bump
getting
into
away.
each other, a little damage to
Williams.
each other. J Button on the hard tires, while Thanos on the medium
Wilson
tires.
Button, who's had
So
a big
Thanos
off.
got an advantage, but is in the
That's a
wall.
big shot from the AlphaTauri.
Oh no, Button
Just
is in the
gone off.
wall,
I think that might
even
have been
though
contact. That might have been contact.
Yeah.
Jensen Button goes off the track.
there will probably be a report. Because drivers
Might have
can
been a
report each other
Oh no,
with
that's the
crashes.
Mercedes that's gone off
course.
too. It has been an incredibly chaotic race, but it is no time to talk about that, as the teammates go at it again. They're at it again. Riding on board. Christoph Bose under
remains-
tremendous pressure from his teammate. His teammate wants that number 1 spot back. They're not backing down. They've got 5 seconds to P3. As we see 2 cars that have now tangled. That's Martin Desort and Martin Manzurgi.
And
That's been a big
we have
tangle.
a 5-second penalty for a Jensen Button.
That's even worse.
Wow.
Also gone off again.
He gone off the track with a crash. So with real penalty, it isn't the best, but you know, it's the best we can do. It's the best we can have. Okay. But he gone off the track. Wow. No. And Mount
Pushes him off the
Sydney
track.
goes off the track
Let's
in the
take a look at the Mercedes tries to
mid-spec
do anything.
and goes wide.
From DRS enabled. I don't see the wing in the back of the wing there again. As it's now Alex
I'm wondering
taking that
how many
position back from Christoph Bose. It might have been team orders to let him through and not fight.
How many drivers will be having damage right now? It's chaos. Like
It's-
the last guy is now, if I'm not wrong, 40 seconds behind or so. 43 seconds behind.
44.6.
So he will have damage. Of course, he will have damage. It's just pure chaos. I love it, but no safety car yet. I really thought we would have a safety car at the start of the race, but no. It's already 3 laps in, but no safety car yet. Otherwise, we are gonna see the racing skills of Midnight, which I'm hoping for. It would be cool to see the racing skills of Midnight if he doesn't crash with the safety car, because he will probably do if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. We've got battles on track. It's been quite an exciting race. Thiago Santos. Big dive. This Mercedes wants to fight. Not backing down.
Williams. Nice on slipstream, nice in DRS. You can go fast here, but you need to be aware of the corners because you can slip out and almost crash.
Almost
crash there. Almost crash,
Oh,
and again, going wide both of the track.
They go wide side by side. This is the Mercedes.
Oh, glitching.
Side by side. They're gonna go 3 wide into turn 1. Gianmarco Fina, he gets punted into. And through goes the Mercedes on the inside. A great move up into 6th. That was absolutely incredible racing. Unfortunate for Gianmarco Fina in the number 23 machine. Gets hit quite big by Thiago Santos in that Williams.
Chaos.
That was
I made some
big
good pictures from it. I made some good pictures from it. It was perfect. It looks so cool. But now, with the 65% damage they need to put, they got a lot of damage. A lot. Because you get a lot of damage. It's
I feel like
almost
Santos is gonna
of
have
reality.
Damage.
So,
I think he is. I think Tygo's gonna have
for
damage.
sure.
That was a huge hit. I wouldn't be surprised if there's suspension damage on the car. I can't see visually any or much suspension damage, but
suspension damage is the worst.
We see Thiago Santos. Sorry,
And
Gianmarco
also
Fina,
surprising,
was contact going for the move.
Alex Cochrane is now 4 seconds behind his teammate in first place.
Big move. The Williams gets into him.
Almost
They're
damage
beating
and
him
off the
banging.
track.
Off the track goes Gianmarco Fina. This is hard racing. It doesn't matter if it's for 8th
Everyone
or 7th.
just
They're
rumbling.
racing with every last bit of skin. They're getting the elbows out. You can see it right here.
No.
Whoa! The
They're
Williams
both
go under
off
him.
the track.
They both spin.
And-
They both go pirouetting. Ian Rizov and the Alpine.
Wow.
I believe is going to take both of those positions. No, Thiago Santos gets out of there.
And now
and
the
bad luck
person
again for
in last
Gianmarco
place. Person in last place right now got the fastest lap. Which is surprising in last place. 42 seconds behind, but has his fastest tires right now. C2 tires.
That is impressive, yeah. Oh, Gianmarco.
And we have
Francesco
Fina
Fina.
in third place crashing. Spinning, not crashing.
That was a spin, yeah.
That's for sure a spin.
Got to say, it's been some of the most exciting racing, and it's not stopping. Here's the Alpine on the inside. Not getting the move done. Thiago Santos under pressure, but it's not just Thiago now. Even with Gianmarco Fina right behind him, there's the back wing opening. And there's the move
Nice,
done with
yeah,
DRS. Great move.
Like it was nothing. Like it was nothing.
Great move. Like
That is it with this
nothing.
guy.
Like he's in a different class.
DRS is so overpowered sometimes, but you need to be
Yeah, I've got
still
to say,
in the
it's-
DRS train.
Sometimes it
If
feels
you're
like
not
just
in there,
opening.
you have a
Yeah,
problem.
sometimes I think for most of the races, the best way to overtake is just getting the back wing open.
And now you can see the
Whoa,
first place
there's a
is
move
5
again.
seconds back. Again a move.
They're getting the elbows out. Off goes Thiago.
We can't show for 2 seconds. What is this?
Does he fight back? Again, they loop
Oh,
around.
both
That's a
spin,
big
both
crash. For both of them,
Both just-
Gianmarco Fina, Thiago Santos goes off hard into the inside wall. And
They
that
need
is
to pin
100% going to be a penalty.
and for sure a pit. They need to pit here. They're going to lose so much time because
They
of the
lost an
damage. That was a
incredible amount of
hard
time.
crash. Turning with that kind of damage is so hard, and then your suspension, etc.
Right on board.
So you need to pit.
Let's ride on board. See what happened. You can see the Williams in the rear view just gets into the back. Let's ride on board with the Williams now. As just gets into the back, just a kick of understeer. I don't think that was at all. Oh, it may have been intentional. I'm not saying anything, but you can see the steering movement. Big shot, and that is going to be, that should be a big penalty there if we see if it's intentional. Fastest lap from Alex Cochrane, 38.
And now the man in front. He's leading so hard. He's gaining time. He's flying over the track while he doesn't have the best tires. He doesn't have the softest tires while he's just flying over the track. And he is getting
5
not
seconds.
again. And now the man in 5th gets the fastest lap time. So it isn't really about the first guy that gets the fastest time, because he doesn't got DRS, doesn't got slipstream. So it might even be someone in the mid-pack that has the fastest time, so extra point for them immediately. So it is very good for them. It's it wasn't really which that I expected, if I'm being honest. Like I really thought the guy in front would dominate more and immediately would have gotten fastest time, but he doesn't. He just isn't. I don't know.
Gianmarco Fina again. I think there's a log
Again,
between
Fina.
these two. Gianmarco Fina now with a DNF. Disconnects from the server. Let's have a replay.
Midnight has so much work to do after the race. All those reports, and we're only at the 7th lap of the race of 32 laps. This will be a long race like this. Long.
See what happened here. It's tricky to see.
Over there, yeah.
You see, I think Gianmarco Fina spun pretty much independently. No, I don't think it was. No, it was Gianmarco Fina. Oh, sends it into Tiago Santos. That is huge. And you can see the shunt. Look at that. Did not even try.
No.
Oh, that is terrible.
It's just like he wasn't there. And then
Yeah,
that
like
boat spinning, boat crashing, boat spitting.
That is absolutely terrible. Man, that is a huge shunt. Into the gravel. Tiago Santos also getting a penalty for cutting. In other news, Christoph Bose still running away with the lead. The German is just absolutely flying and been flying. He was runner-up in qualifying, just missed out at the last moment. Alex Cochrane.
Wow.
It's been on the pace. I think the Griffin Gaming cars have just been absolute rocket ships. As I say that, Pavel Lindenthal now spinning. That's Mazurgi also making his way through their side-by-side action now. Takes that position away from Pavel Lindenthal. Which I believe the timing and scoring board is broken. Whoa, that's Alex Khafurov. The Red Bull goes off.
What a race. Only lap 9. My brain can't handle this. It's too late for me. It's too late for me, you know what I mean? What is happening? What is happening? My computer crashed because it was so much crashing, so much racing from all of them. I needed to restart a little.
Yeah, it's been...
But I'm taking at the same time photos, which you can see after the race, all of them in the Discord server. So if you want to see them, look at the link in the description. It's free Discord server, of course. and
I
free
think
photos to
I don't
use.
think the
No
excitement's
copyright.
I don't think the excitement's gonna necessarily stop, and definitely
3
not once we get
whites.
to the. Definitely not when we get to the post-race interviews. I think we're gonna have a great time at the post-race interviews.
Almost.
I think you can pretty much already know who we're gonna be interviewing once this race is official.
Oh, and the spin from 6th place and the Zort. The 3 white has stopped now. It isn't surprising anymore. If you go 3 white for 5 minutes straight, of course, at the moment, someone would have crashed. It's too dangerous, you know. The 3 white was too dangerous. And then they crashed. I don't know who is at fault. I'm a commentator, I don't have bias. So, but someone will be at fault.
Gonzogi chasing down P4. Pavel Lindenthal. Don't think he's got the DRS open. No, I don't think so. No, he's not got the DRS open yet. Carefully chasing him down.
And surprisingly, the man in 8th place gets fastest lap. In 8th place. But that's because of DRS, of course. Because of DRS.
It must be because of the
It's
DRS.
weird to think. It's weird to think, but it's possible. Anything is possible in racing. Anything. Anything.
That's Diego Santos with the fastest
And
lap.
now Santos getting fast. Yeah, what? Without DRS?
Actually,
No,
I don't think that's
just
DRS. I think
got
it's just
DRS.
flown. I think it's just fun.
Huh? Maybe because
impressive.
he pitted and got you know, fast
I think,
tires,
yeah,
new
I think
fast
fast
tires. So
He's on the C3s.
and now C-Bone lost in first place, lost a little bit of time. Now only 3 seconds in the lead. Well, again, overtake on the straight with the DRS. Nice to see. It's too overpowered sometimes. I can see it.
So you can tell he's working hard, trying to chase down Pavel Lindenthal. Getting a little
And the Red Bull spinning.
That's the Red Bull spinning again.
Wow.
I think a message
Red
from
Bull
race control.
spinning.
AlphaTauri needs to be more careful
From
with the
Midnight.
brakes.
In the same call. Love me.
Oh,
Midnight, can you say
AlphaTauri.
something for the stream?
Yes.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
that's the
Thank
Mercedes.
you.
It goes,
Interesting.
It goes spinning in turn 1.
So many more
The
crashes
77
than laps
worked
at the moment.
So hard. Worked so hard to get as close as he did. It all ends with a spin. That is unfortunate.
Hmm, 5 seconds.
5 seconds again for people. Now, I think, if I'm not wrong, it's the 3rd penalty people got. But now, Jay Button got 10 seconds, if I'm not wrong, and now it's the first other guy that's got a penalty. So it's quite surprising. A lot of penalties after the race will be given to drivers. I'm sure of that, like 100% sure. And the Williams now spinning in the corner, so he's lost all his speed out of nowhere. I didn't see what happened, but out of nowhere in 8th place, he just spun and lost his speed. Now he's going very, very slow on the straight. It's like he doesn't know why he is here, who he is even, and the man in front is just lapping everyone, while Alex Cochrane is getting faster and is almost leading. He is faster and faster. Like 2 or 3 laps ago he was 3 seconds behind, now only 2 seconds, while another guy gets fastest lap again. Holy, it's quite this racing. It isn't good for my brain. It's too much. It's too much. But now now nobody got DRS anymore except maybe for C-Bone, and first place got DRS. Alec Cochrane. Let's have a look at him. He also got DRS because he's overtaking 2 people and one of them got off track and now he is going faster and faster and C-Bone is going
Alex
to be
Cochrane
overtaking
leading
any
fastest
moment with the DRS. Indeed, now someone in the lead with the fastest lap and Alex Cochrane is in the DRS zone of his teammate, of the leader. A couple laps ago he was 5 seconds behind, now he's a half a second behind. Can he do it this lap or can he do it next lap? Or will he gonna pit any moment? We will see now. But he's going faster and faster. Well, the person in 4th place spun out and lost 1 place and almost loses now a 2nd place while someone is coming behind him because he's now very, very slow.
Yeah. Actually, no. Alex Cochrane now getting a little bit closer. Every lap getting a little bit closer. Actually, we do see the back wing open. Alex Cochrane. We may see a fight for the lead now. Christoph Bose now being under a little bit more pressure. I think we're gonna see a fight for the lead here. Alex Cochrane.
It's hard to pronounce.
It's
He
hard
needs
to pronounce because
after the race he needs.
I need to find out how to pronounce it because it's yeah. I need to find out how to pronounce it.
He needs to say it again in after the race how you need to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing the back wing open. That's a huge lunge on his teammate. That was a huge lunge. Oh my gosh, risked it for the biscuit. Did not make it into P1 and is not gonna get the back wing open anytime soon again.
He might have with his strategy.
Oh my word.
He got experience with past races. Strategy is important and consistency, and he has that. I can say that he has that. With a few laps coming through so hard, and while we are here, I only see now Gina in 10th place DNF'd because their their car is too much broken. And now Jay Button also DNFs. So you got 9 drivers left and 3 in the front, of course. While every lap we're getting new lap records.
That's impressive. Christoph Bose probably had a little bit of a code brown, having his teammate lunge it in that deep. But Alex Cochrane still edging closer and closer every lap, even after that mega lunge. Still very close to the back. I think he's gonna get the back wing open. Setting up that exit. He gets the back wing open. Do we see another lunge? Alex getting ready for the lunge. I think we see Alex go for the switchback. Staying in the toe, see if he gets any arrow wash through this S section.
Yes. Very important section. Of course.
Oh, just going a little bit slower.
Cochrane. No. Huh?
This is exciting.
Wait.
Fighting for the lead.
De overlay is wrong.
My overlay.
Oh,
mine is. No,
my
yours
brain,
is probably. Mine gets stuck.
Yeah, 5 seconds. Yeah. Yeah.
5 seconds.
I can say it. He's 0.6 behind right now. He is slowly but surely now 0.5, now 0.3, 0.4 seconds behind. So he is going faster with the slipstream and DRS. And I think he is gonna get it this or next lap, the overtake.
I think he might be right.
Wow, Afina.
Just getting a little loose on the power. That was nearly a spin there from Alex Cochrane.
You can make mistakes, but not too many. Or not too hard. Everyone makes mistakes. It's normal. You're a driver, but we're not professional. we're not blaming it, but
Oh, just
consistency
ran a
is
little bit
important
wide.
and we're going on a
The
straight.
question is, does he get the back wing open? He still gets the back wing open.
Yes, DRS. Now, we're ending a lot of time, but still 0.9 seconds behind while someone comes out of the pit lane and gets DRS. So they can catch up very, very easy. Now, everyone is going slowly but surely pitting because we're half of the race done. Out of nowhere, my brain, out of nowhere, half of the race is done, out of nowhere. It feels like 50 minutes, but it's more than that, more.
Yep.
And we get a new DNF in 6th place, de Zocht, from
Internet lag.
my overlay though, is a DNF, but I will check for sure. At my better
he's on track.
screen. Oh, he's on track. Good for him. Good for him. So we got my brain. My English. We got more drivers, so more action. So if we have always seats, and even though we might not have enough seats, we always got seats for reserves. So. If you want to race here, if you want to be commentated, join the Discord server and sign up. Finally, pits!
Here comes Pavel Lindenthal. Fast pit stop. Gonna lose
A lot of the drivers
30 or
already
so
gone into the
seconds
pits.
In the pits. Drops down the order.
Pitting
Let's take
in
a
a
look at
steady
Alex
course takes
Cochrane.
long.
I think he's gonna have a shot here.
Yes!
Back a little bit. Definitely was not holding
Checking.
back. Oh!
0.5 seconds
on the back of
behind.
him.
0.2
Right on the
seconds.
back of him.
0.3 seconds behind. Slipstream going a bit wide, so he's losing his momentum now in the corners. He
not
has
gonna have to wait
bad
very
air
long
for him, but they're almost at the straights, and there with the DRS he can make up the 0.6 seconds from now, because he had bad air from him, so he almost gone wide, while he's now with the slipstream catching up, and he's going to do it now immediately with the DRS.
Right on the back. This is gonna get exciting.
If this isn't an overtake, I don't know
Got the back
anymore.
wing open. Teammates fighting for the lead.
But
He
we're
goes the
almost
block to
at
the
the end.
inside. Alex Cochrane
Nice
makes
to
his way
wide.
through. Kristen Bose, can he do anything to fight back? They've got lap traffic ahead as they
Wow.
spin ahead. Oh, and that
So wide.
poorly timed Mercedes. I don't believe that was a Mercedes, was it? No, it was Pavel Lindenthal who's coming out of the pits. Now going a lap down. Alex Cochrane, disappointing once again in second place.
Yes, second.
And that is unfortunate.
That's you
Fought
can be
so
good at
hard to get the
driving,
P1.
but he is probably stressed. I feel his stress through the screen. If you're stressed, you make easily mistakes. You're drilling, and then that a good driver doesn't mean that you're the fastest. It means you can handle stress the best and learn the best.
Yeah, I think it's a mental game a lot of the time here.
Sure, it's driving, but both teammates can't crash into each other. Fighting is allowed, but is it smart for teammates to fight?
Yeah, that's the
With
thing, though.
this speed, if they crash into each other, it might be over with the 65% damage. It can be over, so they need to be sure. They might be in a car together. It would be a smart decision, and
see
would
another
say
move.
like,
He goes
I
for it
gave it,
again.
and the overtake
Big
almost
move.
crash.
Here comes Chris.
Both almost crashed into
He's gonna
him.
try and do something. Fighting for the lead once again. It's teammates fighting for the lead. They're side by side. He might have to get the elbows out if he wants it. Big wiggle from Alex Cochrane, the Brit. Once again, unfortunately losing the position. That was a big wiggle.
He is winning it, losing it, winning it, losing it.
Winning it, losing
He doesn't know it
losing
anymore.
it.
What does he
so
want?
tricky.
What does he want? He's now 0.6 seconds behind, but they're going on a mini straight
man, it's
with the
been such
DRS.
tough luck for him.
Yeah, while we
He's
have
gotten
a
there, but
spin
he can't
from the
hold
Mercedes
position.
into the wall, front wing damage. That means pitting in the next lap, because you're losing too much time. And we got again a new fastest lap from 6th place, which is lapped while Cochrane is, of course, like again and again this race, catching up, going faster than his teammate Sibos. And now we're going almost to the straight, to the big straight,
Side by side.
and where
I
he
think
will
he's setting something
overtaking.
up
Nice.
as he
This
goes.
looks-
Dodge to the inside before the straight, but it's all going to be about who gets the DRS. Cochrane gets the DRS. He's right behind his teammate.
But
Gonna be
will he
exciting.
make it now at the straight? They're almost at the end.
Big
He
move to the
tries to go
inside.
sideways. And he goes.
Side by side.
But he's
Here comes
going
the
wide
switchback from
and
Christoph
bouncing.
Bose.
Damage from them
Christoph
both now.
Bose,
Side to
Alex
side
Cochrane, they're
again.
both side by side. No wiggles from both of them.
Bouncing
This
again.
is hard racing. Back to the inside again. They make contact.
They're losing both their speeds.
Once
They're
again, back on the
losing their
second.
losing parts of their car on the circuit. I don't know what's happening. Alex Cochrane is catching up and then making mistakes by
Bose
crashing
dodging
into his
the pit
teammates,
lane.
but now goes first place. Is it a smart move from him?
Into the pit
With
lane goes
12
Christoph
laps left,
Bose.
he needs to go on soft tires.
Holds the lead. 13 or so, a little bit over 13 laps to go. Alex Cochrane now
Another
in the
lap
open
there.
air, but for how long will it be that he goes into open air? Christoph Bose now going to be exiting
And
the
we
pits
got-
soon.
And we got an extra penalty for Thiago. Now in 9th place. 5 seconds dus. So if you're last place, it doesn't mean a lot. But penalty points are are worse than time penalties if you're even last place. But Alex Cochrane almost has again DRS from the almost Max Verstappen in front of him, the Red Bull. So he can catch up maybe with that slipstream and DRS a lot from his teammate and might have a chance. But I think he would probably go pit right now and pray for the best that his teammate don't overtake him again on that lap. Because he needs to repair his car, I'm almost
Tiger
certain.
Santos had-
And repairing your car in Assetto Corsa takes
had
long time.
Tiago Santos. Tiago Santos is heading off. Not moving that car. Reset to the pits. See how race control thinks. What race control thinks of that.
And
Christoph
indeed, he
Bose now
goes
in a
into
fight,
the
I
pit
think, with
lane.
the Mercedes.
No surprise.
In the mid pack, these two are fighting.
Yes, Mercedes and
Oh, wide goes.
Which team is it?
But once again, Christoph
And-
Bose is taking off.
we have the first driver, T. Santos, with the penalty that is lapped 2 times right now. And currently we have one other driver, or 3 other drivers that are lapped 1 time. But see, Bose is back in first place, but Alex Cochrane has DRS. Of course
Has
he has
pitted? I
DRS.
think Alex is
And he'll
pitted,
go.
has he not?
Yes, he has pitted.
He's
So he
pitted
has
now
the
side by
fastest
side again.
tires.
These teammates are gonna go to battle one more time. I don't think it's actually gonna be one more time. They've been fighting the whole
I'm gonna be
race.
so angry.
I don't think they're gonna be angry. I think it's been super respectful racing between these two. Quite a bit of fun.
But Alex lost place, lost DRS. While we get another penalty for Manos Mantisarne. I can pronounce it in 6th place for
Mazzo-
cutting
I can't
5
pronounce it either.
seconds, which might lose him a place. Alex Cochrane is slightly coming up, 1.2 seconds behind, almost DRS zone. but he makes too many mistakes. Like I said in the beginning, you can be a fast driver, but if you make too many mistakes, you don't win. You don't win. While backwards, you can see a fight. Not a fight. Fina going into the pit lane. Pretty late, 10 laps left. Like you can say it's it was a drive-through penalty. Otherwise, it will be a Jarno op meer.
I think Christoph Bo's gonna be running away with this one now. He's put on the soft tires. Not the softest compound, but he's put on the soft tire. Now with the new fastest lap at 37.093.
That's fast. That's very fast. And T. Santos, he didn't pit, I think, yet, because his tires are wearing off. He needs to pit. Or is he in? Yeah, he's in the pit right now. And he will probably just DNF right there. So with 8 drivers left, Alex Cochrane is back in substream and DRS zone. And will he make a mistake again?
No, we've got another fight for the lead once again. It's gonna be at the same part of the track. DRS open for Alex Cochrane. Let's run on board with Christoph.
And he's in the lead again.
He's gonna
but
try
can
and do
he hold it?
See it? Huge lunge to the inside.
No.
He holds his ground.
And back.
No, he doesn't.
He
Alex
gets it
Cochrane
back.
is through.
Wow. And now he's the man in second place is out of DRS zone. A little bit. He's hanging there. Is he coming in? Is he not coming in? Is Alex Cochrane? Is he gonna make a mistake? But he also got DRS zone, while C-Bone might doesn't have it. So he does have an advantage. He is faster with the car in front of him, the Lime car.
Wow.
I'm not good at cars, so it's probably Lime. While he gets fastest lap for the race with 9 laps
Christoph
left.
Bo is having a little bit of trouble with lap traffic as he just goes into him.
Made mistake.
A blue flags reminder. Advisory from race control.
Well, indeed. Alex Cochrane, 2 seconds now ahead, is speeding through the track, flying, and he's probably gonna win if I'm being honest. 2.5 seconds. If he doesn't make a mistake, which he probably will if, like we saw earlier, like he does now. He lost 1 second. I didn't see it, but he lost 1 second out of nowhere. And is losing speed right now. And C-Bone is trying to catch up, but doesn't make it in time. Isn't in the DRS zone, while Cochrane is. And has slipstream, so he's faster for sure. And he can overtake everyone. But almost make a big mistake by crashing in the car in front of him. It is scary to watch while your screen is lagging.
Yeah, 100% for sure. He's had quite a bit of lap traffic in front of him. I think it's going to be a management race. The Red Bull Racing Honda into the wall. Trying to get out of there. Actually, while he was on his way to the pits. That is tough luck.
It is tough to see.
I can't see.
But now C-Bone is in DRS zone, is in slipstream zone. He is catching up slowly but surely, like he can do. Both teammates are now
he's
the only
closer.
drivers who aren't lapped.
I think he's gonna get the DRS open.
But no, he's out of DRS zone. So Cochrane is in luck. He's out of DRS zone. Bose is losing time. He made a small mistake. And now doesn't have DRS and is losing a big amount of time.
I don't think he's gonna have the DRS here.
No. 1.3 seconds behind right now. And... Whoa, my overlay crashed out of nowhere. 8 seconds, I was scared. Whew. Yeah, out of nowhere, cars on my screen are flying sometimes. It's scary. It's scary. With 8 drivers lapped
Especially
and 2 aren't lapped.
You could expect that.
Yes. Wow. C-Bone is coming up. He is faster than Cochrane, but he made again a mistake in that one corner. And loses time. So no DRS for him. slowly losing time while Cochrane is winning. He is stressing, I feel it, but he got faster tires, so he does have an advantage. For sure. But Seabone, still not in the DRS zone, still not. He was almost 0.1 seconds behind the DRS zone, which is very unfortunate for him at this time of the race with 7 laps left.
Yeah.
Calculating is hard, numbers.
100%, yeah. With less than 10 laps to go, Christoph Bose, he's gonna have to start getting aggressive, taking just some more risks to try and chase down the lead, take it away from his teammate, because when I think the team is gonna be very happy regardless of a 1-2 finish. Griffin Gaming, I think they've brought the fastest car with the fastest drivers, and I think that's why they've had the best race.
We have all equal cars, of course, but like I said earlier, setup is most important thing of the car. Most important thing for sure. You can be so fast. If you don't take the time for a setup, you're done for the race. Your race is over. You don't have a chance to win if someone else does it. You have the chance that you might make a bad setup, but at the same time you don't. If you test it like her.
Yeah, 100%. I think that a lot of what goes into the race is not just the driver's talent and the driver's preparation, but it's definitely a lot of the team and the driver's input into building the fastest car and building the fastest setup, nailing the setup. And when it does happen, you get results like these where these two just run off in their own other world, just so much faster than everybody else.
But Seabone is slowing down with now 0.8 seconds. Oh, 1.8 seconds behind, 1.9 because he made a mistake on the first corner of the lap. 2 seconds behind, he is slow. And yeah, I will guess Cochrane is gonna win. But I'm wondering how they made this setup, and I'm gonna ask it for sure. At the interviews in a couple of laps, which I'm very excited about. I want to learn how they prepared for this, how they made their setup, and how I can copy it.
Yeah, I definitely think I think a lot of that does have to be kept confidential for the team, but
I want to mention one more cut from the Cochrane and his race is over. 5-second penalty. Cut? Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, maybe few. I don't know.
Yeah. And we see another penalty. Wow, both again, now 2.5 seconds behind. Look, there is a reason why I'm and the other commentator, I forgot your name again, sorry about
Arturo.
that. There is a reason, there is a reason why we're behind the microphone and not behind the wheel right now. We're both good at both things, but there's a reason, an obvious reason.
I think
so,
there's a reason we're behind the microphone and not behind the wheel right now.
Otherwise we will dominate it, for sure.
Yep, exactly.
Maybe we can try it, like commentating.
Give these rookies a chance.
Indeed, we can dominate one race, like commentate on the track would be an interesting event.
No, you will
cool if I'm
commentate.
It can if you have enough experience. And if you pay me, no. I will probably crash because I'm too busy in my head, but it would be interesting to see analytics from inside out of the track. Wow. Yeah, Bose is gonna lose. Cochrane can make a big mistake, but Bose is losing time because Cochrane has better. Yeah, he has better tires. He has one lap better tires, so he has an advantage, and he is using it. While Bose is now 2.9 seconds behind. Is it possible? I don't know. He's just losing time. But if Cochrane cut out of nowhere, cut the track, cut the corner, he gets a 5-second penalty. So it is possible that he gets a 5-second penalty and still wins. Because with 5 laps left, it's very possible. Of course. They both got very good tires, I see still. Very good, like at the start of the tires. Of course they're dominating, of course. They're gonna lap the other guys. Oh no. They're leading the race so hard. Yeah. And surprisingly, we didn't have a safety car. Wait.
No, that's one of the things I'm surprised about is that we haven't had a safety car throughout the whole race.
Yeah, so Midnight could have streamed.
There wasn't any car in the middle of the track, so...
There was actually a Williams in the middle of the track.
Yeah, a lot of times.
I mean, for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Not even a CY moment. So.
It's not that it's this isn't a safety car simulator.
Oh,
it's a racing simulator.
Francesco Fina going off. A little bit of a spin. We haven't had a spin in a bit.
But yeah, let's deploy full course yellow.
Oh,
my heart. My heart.
God.
I jumped out of my chair. While C-Bone gets is now 7 seconds behind Cochrane.
C-Bo's
so
a little bit of an advantage here. A late race caution.
But now with the full course yellow, he gained 3 seconds in one corner. So even if Cochrane gets a penalty, he is second, while first it wasn't. The track is clearing up, all drivers are pretty slowly driving up. Nobody is, if I'm seeing it right, on the track anymore, and we will continue after this lap. Finally, while Bose is catching up. That was fast. And again, Bose is just taking advantage of the full course yellow.
Trying to take advantage of this. Green, green, green.
And even Rizov gets a 10 seconds penalty for full course yellow while he gone too fast.
Even the Rizov.
That ruins his race, but he's already last places, so it doesn't make a big difference if I'm being honest. You can go minus last place, you know what I mean? And now Bose is only 2 seconds behind him, so he took advantage of the full course yellow. While 4th and 5th place are fighting with each other, but 5th place Fina gets into the pits. I don't know what happened, but the tires are good, so they got a lot of damage probably. They needed to... While we have 3 laps left.
Alex Cochrane getting some heat into those tires scared me for a second. Swerving.
Bose is catching up, I can say it. Bose is catching up slowly but surely, while in 6th and 7th place. Yeah, Fina is, because of the pit stop, falling to 7th place. Bose is still catching up, 1.7 seconds. Can he do it? Take a guess. Can he do it in this 3 laps?
Personally, I don't think he's gonna do it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, what's unlucky race for Fina?
I don't think it too actually. But now 1 second behind. He almost on the straight. Yeah, he is on the straight.
But does not get the back wing open.
Indeed, right after the entrance of the corner was good, but the exit was bad. So he was right after the arrest zone. But now he is in it. Slipstream, the arrest zone. Can he do it? 2 or 3 laps left of racing. He's going in and out of the arrest zone every second. So it will be crazy. Slipstream is slowly catching up, and in a couple of seconds the arrest will get him an advantage. Nah,
that's Alex Cochrane goes wide.
He lost place.
Can he make the most out of the opportunity here?
And now?
It's all about if he gets the back wing open.
Seconds.
He does not get the back wing open.
While we get the spin in 7th place, the Zord, but no safety cars.
No safety car.
Oh,
No,
was it Spain?
Unfortunately, not seeing Midnight crashing and laughing at him on stream, you know.
No, safety car on the last lap is going to be... Oh, Fina, hello?
Fina's gone off. That. Hopefully that's not. I don't believe that's going to be another yellow.
That's her.
Gets back on the track.
Fina is now in 7th place. You're over laser. A little behind, I can
think
say
Bose
that.
is going to get the back wing open. No, he doesn't.
Bose. No, he doesn't.
He's not getting close enough to
Doesn't.
make a move. 2 laps
With
left
2
in the race.
laps. He tries. He has a bit of a worse corner than Cochrane. But no. Wait. My overlays. What is happening? No, indeed. He has a bit of worse corner. But this section he is faster. He is gaining time. Like every lap in this sector. And like here, he is gaining time 1.1 second. He is in DRS zone. He will open his
Let's see, is he gonna get into,
rear wing
into the
any
DRS zone? This
second.
could be pivotal for the race.
Didn't he open it?
No.
Wait,
There's
yes,
the
and
back
of
wing.
course.
He opens up the back wing. I think
0.8
we're gonna see
seconds
this race go
behind.
down to the line.
He's fast,
all the way to the last lap.
fastly catching up. But no, it wasn't enough. The straight wasn't long enough. 0.8 seconds behind.
He's gonna have
So
one
it
more
will
lap.
all
though,
come
isn't
down
it?
to the last lap.
He's gonna have one more
But-
lap. He's just got to get himself into this DRS zone on the front straightaway. If he does do that, I think he might have a shot at it.
But he's out of DRS zone again. But
He's out of DRS zone right now, but he might throw the car in.
he can do it. They can both
Cannot-
make a
no,
mistake.
he's not. He's had a
But now
lockup.
he's back. Yeah, he's back. While we again
it?
got a spinning car.
He's not into the
And
DRS zone.
losing place.
1 lap left to go. The race is official. If there's a safety car, then the race will end under yellow. Alex Cochrane.
Walking conditions.
He's only got to keep it smooth for 1 more lap, and Alex Bose, his job right now is literally just to get into that DRS zone and get the elbows out.
Last lap. The last and the most important lap. Like 2021 Bahrain. The 1 lap decides everything. Who's gonna
I
win?
don't think-
Who's gonna
I
be
don't
second?
think
DRS
Christoph
zone,
Bose
better
gets
tires.
himself into this DRS zone. I don't think he does.
No. He is
No, he doesn't.
1.6 seconds behind.
He doesn't get the DRS. Alex Cochrane
And
with
he's
only about 5
probably going to win.
corners left.
Yes. Again, a penalty for
Alex
Francesco
Cochrane.
Fina. 5
Alex
seconds.
Cochrane,
While
5
Bose
corners to the win.
Bose is right now
Desert,
1.8
5
seconds
for getting
behind.
on the last lap.
So,
The
I
man
think
who
it's
started on the
over.
pole. This is the man who started on the pole. Got overtaken
No,
by his
Bose.
teammate. He fought fiercely. Again and again and again.
And
He
Bose
kept
started
fighting,
on
he
pole.
faced adversity, and coming out of the final corner, he reaps the reward. Alex Cochrane wins round 2 at Austin, Texas, of the Stuttgart Racing
Congratulations,
Academy.
Fina on the last lap. Fina on the last lap, just pitting and
it's a
slipping.
It's a 1-2
And
finish for the
everyone
Griffin
coming
Gaming
chill.
Machines. It's the 2 teams,
Yes.
they see each other.
Well, now 7 drivers are at the end and have finished, but the rest of the drivers are slowly coming up, while Cochrane and Bose are happily doing a just chill out lap to countdown, while Linde Lental is
That was super impressive
finishing
drive from Alex Cochrane.
for sure. For sure. He made a lot of mistakes. It's impossible to say no about that. He did a lot of overtakes, but he did it. He did it at the
brought
end.
He brought it home.
He had the consistency, while we get a new a new penalty, 5 seconds to Manos. Now in 4th place, but he will keep 4th place. Fortunately for him. While Kafarov, sorry if I pronounce it wrong, gets 5th place. Deserov gets last place in 6th. And the rest. And then, in 7th we have Rizov. And he's going to the start finish right now. Well, we get more and more penalties coming in, but everyone is holding their their standings. While Ivan gets so many penalties, 20 seconds at the end extra. I don't know how many he got in total, but a lot. Just a lot. He got a lot.
I think it's been a packed race action-wise. I think it's only appropriate to go and look for some post-race interviews now.
For sure. We're gonna wait a little bit about for the drivers, because they're tired, of course. They need to leave the server. They need to calm down, get some bread in their minds and in their mouths. So we can talk a little bit before that. Before that, about the race. What do you think about it? It was very exciting.
I thought it was an exhilarating race. I personally, I thought, honestly, just like race from Alex Cochrane. Just incredible drive from him. He faced so much adversity, starting on the pole, lost the position, fought again, time and time again, and I think he reaped the most reward today. He completely deserved that win. Griffin bringing just the fastest cars, and they're definitely going to be really happy with this 1-2 finish.
He overtook his teammate a lot, and he made mistakes. Of course, everyone does it. Everyone made a mistake in this race, but with his consistency, he made it to P1, and he finished first. So now we will interview him as last and as a second winner of the league history. Kinda. I don't know what's the league history actually.
It's more
I
lore.
need to learn it.
And now we're still waiting on the drivers, of course. It takes a lot of time. They probably forgot it, but now 2 drivers joining in. Finally.
So I think I'll start with Alex. Honestly,
Alex is last.
Alex is
P3 to P1.
Hello.
Oh, welcome everyone here. Wait, this is quite the Discord's names. It doesn't. And that's what the graphics names were. My brain.
I believe.
Who's in second place of this call?
Alex Bosch is second.
Alex finished second.
I will I will change the names in Discord 1 second.
No, Alex.
Alex finished second. Hi, Christoph here, by the way.
No. My brain. Who finished third? We're gonna do third two first.
What?
Hello.
I finished third.
Lindo. Wait, my screen is a bit lagging. My computer, of course, again. No surprise, cause it's computer, technically stuff. How did the race go for you? Cause I felt you were just driving in your own league. You're always alone. Was it fun to drive? Cause you never saw someone. I feel like.
No, it was a little hard. And in the first corner, somebody just take me off. So I was like, "Oh shit, what the hell is he doing?" And then I overtake like 4 cars, and then how many rookies are there? They close doors for me, so it was hard, but I have a good strategy, so I end up third. And front of me, spin up, and then full car zero start, so I was third, and I was let's go. So if I can say, I was go from last to third.
If I'm being honest,
Great drive, man.
that's very respectful. I can respect it. On this track, you spin out easily. No?
Yeah.
How did you practice for the race?
I practice all week with Martin. I was watching some videos like Max Verstappen do his lap time, so I tried it, and it was pretty good. And then when Alex and both Griffin joins, and they do 1 minute 36, I said, oh fuck, they are there again. But also congratulations to Griffin, they were very fast. And
For sure.
1-2 was really good.
It's very good. Do you think you could have done something different, that you could have taken a P1 or P2?
I don't know. I think they were so fast, the Griffins. They were 1 lap to me, so they were too fast.
Let's have a thought. What is your favorite track on the calendar? Do you think you have an advantage on one of the tracks? Because we have 13 tracks in total until 18th of May, and then the season ends.
I think it's Brazil, because my favorite driver is Ayrton Senna, and the track is really good. And I hope it will be in a rain, because rain in Brazil 2024 was really hard. But the track is very good.
Yes. What are your thoughts about the calendar in general? Are you happy with it? Do you think we should have included other tracks that you like?
I like this calendar. It doesn't need to change. If I
Okay.
understand it, because I don't a little understand you because of your microphone. But
Thank you for it. I will. Congratulations again. Was very good drive, of course. Last to third. I need to give respect for that. I can't do it, of course. Otherwise, I would be behind the wheel. So a lot of respect to you. And we go to the man in second place, Bose. Hello.
Hello.
How are you feeling after this race? It was a hard race with that much fighting with your teammates. It was crazy. So much crashes, so much overtaking. What are your thoughts?
It was a good race. I knew I was a tiny bit slower, especially through the S's, but I got ahead, and when he's fast in the S's and I'm in front, there's no time for him to game, so I just had to make sure I had a decent exit out of the hairpin into the DRS zone, and that worked for most of the race. Sometimes when he got alongside, I could still fight it back in the slow section. Yeah, we stopped for C4 quite late, and yeah, he just got a better run one of the laps, and that was basically it. Especially the slow chicane before the hairpin was a bit sketchy for me, so I lost some time, I think, there.
Yeah, and actually, Christoph, I have a couple questions for myself. How did the general structure of the day feel, bringing, honestly, what I think is the fastest car? Do you think you guys had a good process in building the setup, bringing the fastest car, preparing the best, or what do you think led to such a good result for the team?
Well, Alex and I know each other for some time, and we were driving this car in a league also some time ago, like 2021 or 22, I think. So we're not building setups from scratch, we're using the setups from back then. So yeah, but I just literally used the Canada setup from last weekend with minimal changes. So that's, I don't know how other guys build their setup. I always take the last and see where it goes.
Do you think you would have been second place or even podium if you didn't have that setup from before? Like if you need to make a new setup or didn't have a setup? Like,
I mean, there's a big difference between the default setup in an an okay good setup, and there's very minimal difference between a good setup and the perfect setup. So I think with minimal work, I would still be on the podium, in my opinion. But I also know which setup changes to make to give the car a feeling I like. So yeah.
What do you think went wrong in the race? Because you were leading almost all the laps, of course, but out of nowhere you're lapped, and then it went all wrong, and now you're second. What went wrong?
Oh, Alex just got a better run this one lap and overtook me. I think he was faster, like 2 or 3 tenths throughout the entire race, but it just didn't show because we were fighting. So in the end, it's not really a surprise. I knew if I see him behind me after the chicane, after the hairpin once, I know he's just going to fly by with DRS. So yeah, Alex was just faster today. Not really a surprise to me.
Yeah, indeed. Let's have it. What are your predictions for you as a driver for the season? Do you think you're gonna win? Do you think you have a chance even to win?
It's a close call between Alex and myself. Depends on who's going to finish every race, who likes which circuit better. I have never driven Saudi Arabia, so that is going to be a big question mark. But overall, I think we're close. Hard to predict who's going to come up on top.
It's hard for sure.
We can move to Alex, pole man and the winner.
The man.
How was today? Let's start with a very broad question. How was today facing all that adversity and kind of your mindset fighting with Christoph throughout the race? Very respectfully, but very, very hard.
Yeah, hello everyone. It wasn't as easy as I would have liked. Pole was a bit of a surprise at the start because Christoph was faster throughout the session, and then I just managed to get one good lap in at the end, which obviously pole was a big help. I didn't manage to hold that on to the first corner though. Christoph up the inside quite aggressively, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was, as Christoph was saying, that first stint I was kind of stuck behind him. I felt I was quicker, like I had a few mistakes and then caught that gap up again. So I was quite confident that I could have started building a gap if I could get past. But in that first stint with the tires being those C3s, we were running them for quite a long time, and then by the end of the stint they were really quite sketchy. So when I'd caught up to Christoph in that first stint, I was getting past him on that straight, but then he'd just be able to come back past me. Because if I was offline, I just couldn't control the car. There was a few moments in that kind of just before the final sector where the car was just completely sideways, like 2 or 3 times on one straight, and then he'd just get back past. So yeah, it wasn't ideal because I would have liked to have just passed him and then built that gap. But after the pit stops on those C5s, it was a lot more C4s. Sorry, it was a lot more stable, and I could just overtake him and get it done there, and then that was it from then. Thankfully, on my side, of course.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw you were getting loose a lot on the power, so it must have been quite a hard fight. But you definitely reaped the most rewards. So what was your immediate reaction when you noticed the FCY, the full course yellow, towards the end?
That was a difficult one actually, because I considered pitting. I mean, I was speaking with Christoph. We both considered pitting. Obviously, I would have trusted that he would have pitted if we both did agree. And we both decided against it because maybe we could have bolted on the C5s at the end and really set a silly fast lap. But yeah, I stayed out. It didn't really affect too much. But then setting off again, it completely ruined my flow. I was really quite comfortable on those tyres, really quite comfortable in those last few laps, and it just ruined kind of the feeling I had in the car because suddenly the tyres were worn, they were cold. And I know Christoph was quite a bit faster. He closed that gap down in those last few laps actually. I was starting to worry a little bit, but thankfully I think there was only 3 or 4 laps to go, so I did manage to hold on. But yeah, that full course yellow did throw me off a little bit.
Do you think
it was gonna go down to the wire? I was thinking it was gonna go down to the wire. Like it was getting close, but
Yeah, I was.
Were you scared? Were you scared with all that overtaking and making mistakes and back overtaking that you ever were gonna crash into your teammate and ruin both of your races?
A little bit, of course. There's always that in your mind. I mean, we raced quite hard, I think, but quite fair. As said, we've raced each other before, and I think we know each other on track, which helps, of course. But if people do make a mistake, if I make a mistake, if he makes a mistake, we are going to crash into each other. I think, thankfully, after that first stint or so, we did have enough of a gap where we could get a bit silly, let's say, and not have to worry too much about cars behind. I know at the start we were saying like, oh, maybe we shouldn't fight and we should focus on building a gap first, because obviously, as you say, if we did crash, we could have dropped down to 4th, 5th, and then it would be an uphill battle from there. What happened to me last week? So, yeah, it's something on your mind, but yeah, thankfully it was fine. Only a little bit of wheel lagging.
So, Alex, I've only got one more question for. Actually, Myro might have another question, but I've only got one more. I've only got one more question for you two. What's your guys' goals for the rest of the season?
Can't hear you.
Oh.
You fell a bit away, I think.
I mean, yeah, there we go. Sorry, but what's your guys' team goals and things you guys might improve on throughout the season?
Was that things to improve on? Sorry, you cut out again.
Yeah, just generally things to you guys keep in mind, especially what's your guys'.
I mean, it's as said, it's a car we both know, but we're both still. I mean, obviously speaking for myself, but I think Christoph is the same. We're both not quite comfortable in the car. I mean, obviously we're setting very fast lap times, and we're quite okay to push. But as you said, there's a lot of mistakes there. There's a lot of sliding. There's a lot of lockups. And if you're really, really pushing for it, I mean, as I said last week, I finished P2. I was chasing P1 on that alternative strategy. I think if I didn't make mistakes, maybe I would have caught him by the end. But just those lockups, those going wide, missing the apexes, it all adds up over a race. And you're looking at 2, 3, 4 seconds at the checkered flag, and that can be the difference between first and second. So I think it is just getting comfortable in the car, being able to push, and doing that consistently lap after lap.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
No problem.
I have a couple more questions, of course. Like, you and your teammate were the only one who weren't lapped in a race. Do you think you can do that every race?
No, definitely not.
No, definitely not.
Oh. Why not? Because you have a good setup. I can say you have so good of a setup.
I mean, of course, but as I said last week, to try the alternative strategy, which didn't work, and then it just throws you off. We've got Silverstone next week, very high speed track, very wide, and it is hard on the tires. It's hard on the ERS, on the batteries. So you try that 2-stop, and it just might not pay off. And then I said, you're not even talking about not lapping everyone. You're talking about, can you finish on the podium? Can you finish in the top 5, top 6? You don't know, do you? It's you got to take every race as it comes, really.
Fair enough. How much did you practice this week on this circuit?
Not as much as I would have liked, actually, which I think contributes to some of the mistakes you saw. I practiced at the start of the week when the server first came up, when practice first started. Set a few times, got a bit comfortable in the car, but then since then I didn't really touch the car that much. It was only really today in the official practice session I started going for those fast laps again, and thankfully the pace was quite good, but could have been in trouble if it wasn't.
Do you think you have the chance to win the season?
Well, I think so. As said, don't know what will happen, but I think if I can keep this performance up every round, I should be able to, keep the momentum there. But it can quickly turn around, a DNF or two, and it can blow it wide open. I didn't win last round. I think I'll be leading the championship this round. I'm not sure where whoever was in P2 finished, but yeah, it'll be. I don't think it'll be a slam dunk, of course. Anything can happen.
For my last question, what race event racetrack are you most excited of?
Well, I mean, I think I said last week I was looking forward to this round. This round was quite good. Looking at the calendar,
And now? And now?
it's a really good calendar. So,
For sure.
I mean, Hockenheim is one of my favorite tracks. I really enjoy Hockenheim.
a good
Spa
one,
as
yeah.
well, of course, another great circuit. I mean, there's just so many great circuits throughout the calendar. I really can't name one.
Okay. Just
I can see what I'm
every
least looking
race.
forward to, which is
Which
Baku.
one?
I'm not looking forward to Baku.
Not
Oh,
Jeddah.
no. Why not?
The walls are very close.
Jeddah too, yeah.
Yeah. I've not driven there, so yeah, that could be a similar story.
Okay, thank you for everyone for the interview. I hope for you and for me that I can see you next week again in the interviews. And this is sadly the end of the live stream, the end of the race. Wow, it's gone fast. Out of nowhere, it's done. Out of nowhere, it feels like 10 minutes. So, to conclude, it was a nice race. A lot of crashes, of course, we saw that, a lot of spins, but that's normal with this track. But we saw also a lot of overtakes, a lot of strategies, and then just two guys dominating the league, dominating the race with their setup from before the race. And they might gonna do it again, like next week. But you need to subscribe for the YouTube channel for that. And even if you're a sim racer, or if you want to begin sim racing, if you want to drive in this league, go to the description of the live stream and click on the Discord server, and then you can sign up for this league. So, that's it for today. Do you have anything more to say, Arturo?
No, not really much. I think it's been an exhilarating race. I think my brain is quite tired.
Yeah.
I think generally
Yes,
just great,
my brain.
great fights between Alex, Christopher. I think there was a lot of clean, very hard racing, and yeah, generally just the Griffin Gaming cars 1-2 finish. Great finish for them. They should take all the merit they can from this, and yeah, I think signing off soon. For round 3 next week, Silverstone on Sunday.
Yes,
1900
classic.
1900 Central CET, Central European Time. So
Yeah, races are about 1.5 hours, so not that long. And if you don't want to race, you can always subscribe to the channel and just listen to us commentating.
Yep.
And I think this is
just the
it.
setup in. Anyways.
Oh,
Thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next time
Yes,
in
for sure.
Silverstone.